viewers. Meanwhile, viewers, my colleague Riyad Dwivedi is joining me to explain these satellite images which show the kind of damage that has been hit by US in Iran. Riyad.
Yes, Simran, as obviously stated, the damage that you can see on your screen, this is the Fordow fuel enrichment plant, as you can see on your screen, viewers. This is clearly marked as a nuclear site where uranium enrichment is confirmed to be, and the image highlights that centrifuges or essential for uranium enrichment are located underground under the mountain for enhanced protection, and this placement makes bombing or direct attacks extremely difficult. But as you can see now that US has declared the fact that they hit the Fordow base as well. And if you can see, the support building that is 18,000 square feet, this is a large rectangular facility likely used for administrative, operational or logistical purposes. Its position on the surface implies it's not for secret activities but essential for running the site. And there's also the tunnel entrance, which you can see in the center of your screen, viewers. Multiple entry points leading underground are marked. These are likely used to assess the centrifuge halls or underground facilities via tunnels. There is also a checkpoint that you can see on the far right that you can see on your screens, viewers. The primary access control to the facility regulating entry and exit suggests heavy monitoring and limited public access. And security perimeter that you can see on the left-hand side of your screens, that is the left bottom, with guard towers, encloses the entire facility with fencing and watchtowers indicating high security status, which implies constant surveillance and deterrence against intrusions. And it's a well-developed internal roads link each strategic point, tunnels, checkpoints, and buildings showcasing military-grade planning. And then facility isolation as well. There are no civilian structures nearby, emphasizing that there's a controlled access that you can see throughout this visual. There's no civilian structure at all. There's a camouflage, and the facility's design appears to blend with the terrain to reduce visibility from satellite or aerial view, and it's a very strategically important. This Fordow has long been a focus of international nuclear negotiation because it is built on a mountain and thus considered more secure and other enrichment site, but now it has also been attacked. I'm now going to be talking about another image. As you can see, this image, this is the Natanz nuclear site. You can see there's damage that is visible in this as well. This is a satellite image of the Natanz nuclear site in Iran, specifically highlighting damage sustained at various locations within the facility. The image appears to be, this was analyzed by as you can see, if we can analyze this, this is a damaged equipment and buildings. Those two in the center of the screen, those are the buildings that have been damaged. In the far left top, electrical substation is also damaged, and at the bottom you can see this pilot fuel enrichment plant has also been destroyed. This electric substation that has been damaged is a critical nuclear facility component, and damage here would disrupt operations and indicate an effort to cripple supporting infrastructure. And the visible signs include the darkened patches suggestive of burn marks or explosive damage. You can see those visuals that are marked in the square are the dark patches suggestive of burn marks or explosive damage. Apparent disarray in structural layout also can be seen. And the middle box that you can see, which is called the damaged equipment and buildings, this region includes multiple small to medium-sized buildings. And this shows burnt roofs, debris scatter, and collapsed structures. This could indicate either external airstrikes or internal, obviously suggests internal airstrikes. And the potential damage to enrichment support system, control rooms, or mechanical workshops. And then you can see at the bottom center box, pilot fuel enrichment plant that has been destroyed. This appears to be the epicenter of the attack. And it shows extensive blackened debris and complete structure collapse, scorch marks and cleared perimeters. This facility likely housed advanced centrifuge units or was part of Iran's effort to enhance uranium enrichment capabilities. And other observations that you can see, this rectangular layout that you can see on your screens, viewers, Obviously, that's a major damage that you can see in the debris of the screens, that you can see that this has been damaged and debris has been scattered all throughout. This is a very key, Iran's largest uranium enrichment facility. This damage shows significantly slow down Iran's ability to produce enriched uranium. The destruction of the and you can see the destruction of the pilot enrichment plant may indicate Iran's ability to test and deploy advanced centrifuge models. The damage appears like a sabotage or an attack. Those are the visuals. The darkened patches indicate the fact that this has been destroyed. Another image that I would like to talk about, this is a before and after image that I would like to talk about. As you can see, this on the left hand is the before image and this is the after image. This is the Isfahan and this is Iran's Nuke center, which has sustained the damage, and the image is a before and after satellite comparison showing damage to Iran's nuclear center in Isfahan, likely following an attack. Obviously, after US has confirmed the fact that they attacked these 3 nuclear sites, the visuals were captured. This is the before and the after. The circles that you can see, those are the places that have been destroyed. In the left side before, this is the undamaged original site of the Isfahan nuclear complex, which includes dozens tightly packed industrial buildings, warehouses, and possible research facilities. And this is a consistent coloration and roof structures, which you can see. There is an intact infrastructure. And on the other hand, when we talk about the right side, which is the after, this shows the aftermath of an attack. And the red circles highlight at least 3, you can see those 2 visible sites have been damaged. The structures that can be seen, those are visibly damaged structures. Roofs have turned dark, signaling burning or collapse or explosion impact, and debris patterns and structural deformation visible from space. And surrounding buildings also appear that it was a very precise strike, and there's no other widespread blast radius that you can see. So this was a very controlled strike, and only specific structures appear affected, and there's no cratering visible. It's the boundary and fence entrance structures remain, showing that the attack didn't breach overall security, or the fact that these 2 circles are the only places that have been damaged. Over to you, Simran.
Well, absolutely. In fact, that's a very much in detail put out analysis and the explanation by my colleague Riya Dwivedi.